This year we have 100 artist booths. And this
Wow.
is fine art. This is not really crafts or anything like that. It's fine art of 14 different mediums. We have oil, we have pastels, we have watercolors, photography, woodwork, pottery. And it's amazing because we see return to artists every year, but we also get a lot of new artists as our festival grows and our brand is becoming more and more recognized, which we're so excited about. And we filled up our artist booth mid-December of last year for our festival that's April 26th and 27th. So that was really exciting for us that we were sold out by mid-December.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Spotlight Houston, where we bring you the best people, places, and events in Greater Houston. This week, we're taking you inside one of the most exciting and colorful events of the season, the Sugarland Arts and Music Fest. Host Blanca Quezada is joined by Stacy Borgfeldt, co-founder and co-chair of the Sugarland Cultural Arts Foundation. They talk about everything you can expect at this family-friendly weekend festival. This is episode 134 of Spotlight Houston, with an original air date of Monday, April 21st, 2025. Spotlight Houston is brought to you by Story Zone Media. And now, here's your host, Blanca Quezada.
Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Spotlight Houston. I'm so happy that our weather has become a little bit warmer. Well, maybe not. It's really getting hot and humid out there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, for me, it means that our art festivals for the season are back. And one of the most exciting art festivals is back. And it's going to be bigger and better than ever. And that's the 4th annual Sugarland Arts and Music Fest. And if you haven't gone there in the past couple of years, you need to be there because it gets to be very exciting and you don't want it to end. So, and this Sugarland Arts and Music Fest is hosted by the Sugarland Cultural Foundation, and it returns to the Smart Financial Centre on April 26th and 27th, and will be showcasing a spectacular lineup of talent from the local area and beyond, of course, and beautiful artworks, and we can't forget the great food. So, to find out a little bit more about this fun and colorful festival, I've invited Stacy Borgfeldt, co-founder and co-chair of the Sugarland Arts and Music Fest. Welcome to the show, Stacy.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so
Yeah,
excited to be here and tell everybody about the festival.
yeah, it's great to have you here because you know all about it. You got all the scoop, and I want to hear it, and I know that my listeners want to hear it as well. So, but before we get started into the details of the festival, tell us about the Sugarland Cultural Arts Foundation. When was it established and why?
Yeah, the Sugarland Cultural Arts Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we're actually now in our 26th year.
Wow.
We just celebrated, we had a big celebration for our 25th anniversary last October. So the foundation's been around in Sugarland for a while and was originally formed to preserve the Sugarland Auditorium, which is the oldest public building in Sugarland that was built in 1918. So that's how it started, was to preserve that building and refurbish it.
And is that the one that's near the Sugarland factory or
It
sugar
is.
factory?
Yes, it's a beautiful building. If you look on our website, slcaf.org, that's a beautiful historical building that, like I said, that's what was the original mission of the foundation.
Where was it established?
The foundation, so a couple of really key members, in fact, that are still on the board today, which is amazing. Bridget Young, my co-chair of the festival, she was one of the founders of the foundation. She created the foundation with a couple other people. And we started it to preserve the auditorium. We felt like this building was sitting there deteriorating, and it was something very important to the history of the city that we needed to create a foundation to bring that auditorium back to its full glory. It's amazing the history of it. If you see some old photos way back, they used to, in the 20s, they would have dances on the roof of the building. And the people it's right next to the sugar factory. So people from the sugar factory used it all the time for events. So it has a rich history. It's a beautiful building. And so that's how we originally started the foundation. Now the foundation's evolved a lot more since that time, and it's 26 years, but and I can tell you more about the mission that it's become, because
Yes.
it's gone way beyond just restoring the auditorium in Sugar Land.
Sure. Tell us a little bit more about its mission.
Yeah, so over the years, the foundation has grown, and it's really to bring about awareness of art and culture into our community. And it's really a Fort Bend foundation that we try and bring cultural events into the area, and through art and music and the performing and visual arts. So that's a big part of our mission. We have a youth board that supports the foundation that we've created, and it's students in the Fort Bend County area. And we allow those students actually into our board meetings, and we teach them about how board meetings are run. And they also support the foundation in the festival that we're going to talk about. But the youth board helps us find volunteers. They plan a youth talent show every year where we give scholarship awards through the talent show to bring talented youth into the community and perform. And so it's a way to recognize there's so much talent in our area, and it's a way to recognize those students. We also, through the foundation and the money we raise through Sugar Land Arts and Music Fest, a big part of our mission has become to provide scholarships to the youth in Fort Bend County. It's not just Sugar Land area, but all through Fort Bend County. And we partner with Fort Bend ISD and Lamar Consolidated ISD. And last year in 2025, we provided 92 scholarships to students in our area. And the scholarships are targeted for visual and performing arts scholarships. So what we've done is we've partnered with the school districts and a couple other, a music foundation, Inspiration Stage, theatrical group, and we provide these scholarships to kids that wouldn't otherwise have these opportunities in our area. So these students are hand selected, and then they are provided maybe a musical instrument if that's their thing, and then they're provided a music camp experience to go along with it, or a theater camp or an art camp. And so our mission really has evolved so much over the years in our fundraising efforts, and that's become really a big part of it, is these scholarships we really want to expose the youth to art and music. And
especially in your underserved children's areas, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing. It's like we feel like if a child is exposed to something like that they wouldn't have otherwise, it could really be life-changing for them. Ignite something that they could be really passionate about.
Yeah. You know, what I like is, and this is the first time that I've heard about it, that you actually have a youth board.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard of a foundation having a youth board. And this is great because kids can talk to kids.
Right.
Speak their language.
Yes, absolutely. And they're so great about recruiting the students in our area when we have events and we need the volunteers and we want the students to get service hours. So they really are that connection between us and our events and then all the students in the area, which is great.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel empowered, and bringing in their ideas changes everything too.
Exactly.
I mean,
those young minds, they help us with our social media and all everything. No, it's great. Like they're and that you can tell that these kids, they're amazing. They're going to be leaders one you can see where they're well prepared for college. So it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Well, this is a music fest, so do they come in with their ideas for music?
Yeah, we actually consult with the youth board quite a bit just to get their take on how we should be doing everything. Like we have a children's area at the festival. They have input on that and they actually volunteer all weekend in the children's area. Those teens that are on our youth board, which is great. And we really need that help over there. So we've got so many volunteer jobs for the festival, but we love having the youth board over in our children's area. And then they are just everywhere. They're just such a big part of what we do.
And I'm sure they're coming in year after year, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have a new youth board. Some of these members have been with us all 4 years of high school, but we have cycle out as some of the students graduate, then we bring in new members.
Yeah. Well, they feel it's theirs. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So the project then really is handled 100% by volunteers, from what I'm understanding.
That is right. Our foundation is 100% volunteer board, and the entire board is involved in our festival, the Sugarland Arts and Music Fest. Everyone has a role that they play to make it successful. It really is a collaborative effort. We have a great board. I mean, we all talk about it all the time, how everyone is so involved and such a big part of what we're doing. In fact, we had a meeting last night and everybody was going through all what everybody's doing to get ready for next weekend. So it's a great group of people. We have 19 people on our board, and then we also go out into the community and we end up having over 200 volunteers to help run our festival through the weekend. We have a large group of volunteers that come out on Friday, the day before the festival, and we are loading in all the artists that day. So these are community people because the students are in school that day. These are people that are part of Rotary Club, Exchange Club, Knights of Columbus, people that we get through the volunteers through the city of Sugarland. And they come out and the artists pull up their vehicle and we unload all their art for them and take it to the booth, and we have golf carts where we have a very efficient process. So
Yeah.
we're really big on volunteerism, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you probably get the idea.
Yeah.
That's like a big part of what we do.
So, Stacy, when we get to the festival, what can we expect to see and do?
Yeah, so this year we've actually, each year, like you mentioned earlier, it's our 4th year. So we've tried to add a couple new elements every year. So we continue to try and do it the right way and grow slowly. We have a live music stage in the center of the plaza that will be hosting. That's our main Stella Artois main stage. And then we have 2 satellite stages as well, one in our wine garden and then one over near our food vendors that play as well throughout the festival. And then the plaza at Smart Financial Centre in Sugarland is a beautiful venue for our festival. This year we have 100 artist booths.
Wow.
And this is fine art. This is not really crafts or anything like that. It's fine art of 14 different mediums. We have oil, we have pastels, we have watercolors, photography, woodwork, pottery. And it's amazing because we see return to artists every year, but we also get a lot of new artists as our festival grows. And our brand is becoming more and more recognized, which we're so excited about. And we filled up our artist booth mid-December of last year for our festival that's April 26th and 27th. So that was really exciting for us that we were sold out by mid-December.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how many people come to the festival? How many are you expecting this year?
Well, we hope and we're praying that we have great weather. So yeah, and last year we had just over 3,000 that came out, and we hope we have even more this year.
Yeah.
It's just a great venue. venue is very upscale and nice. There's tons of shade. There's tons of tables and chairs with umbrellas to sit around. We have a great wine menu. So we have this fabulous wine garden with tons of seating. And then we try and elevate our food experience at the Sugarland Arts and Music Fest, where we have 3 main food vendors that are local restaurants in Sugarland that we partner with that actually create curated menus just for the festival. It's not things they offer in their restaurant. So it's really fun. And this year we're having Escalante's, we have Baker Street Pub, and Aileen's Chinese Bistro.
Just for that, we should go.
It's a great variety. Like, we've got such a wide variety. We're really excited about the food this year because everybody's a foodie now. So we want to have an elevated food experience to go with the great wine that we're going to be serving.
Yeah. But what I like is that you're just focused on art and not crafts, because a lot of us sometimes don't have the time to go out really and go to museums or things like that to see beautiful art. And beautiful art is coming to us with a lot of other things happening, the great music, the great food, great kids. And that's unique. That doesn't happen in all art festivals.
Yeah, I agree. And the 100 artist booths, we are very thoughtful and deliberate the way we do this and handle these artists. It's a juried process for the artists that are going to come in. We have 4 judges, and they rate each person that applies. And then we also have 3 of our artists this year that will be doing live demonstrations in their art booths throughout the weekend. We've actually got a schedule of the demo artists, so we're super exciting. They're going to be talking about their process in live painting or pottery in their booth over the weekend. And that's the 100 artist booths. And then right in the center of that action, we have 4 muralists that will be live painting. And they're 4x8 murals. There's a theme, and they all have art within that theme that they're painting. And it's so fun to go and watch them live paint and interact with them and talk to them while they're doing it. It's one of my favorite parts of the festival. I always think it's so amazing. And then those 4 murals after the festival, they go inside Smart Financial Center and they hang in the lobby of the building for 1 year. Wow. And Smart Financial Center recognizes those artists that did the murals with plaques. So it's great for them too, because they get a lot of recognition. And then Smart Financial has shows coming through all the time. So it's great for them.
And what is the theme? What is the theme? Sorry, what is the theme?
It's the love of music.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. So they wanted a music-centered theme this year to go with their performing arts venue. So we let Smart Financial Center pick the theme, since the murals end up inside their lobby. And it's really exciting to see that. And then after the festival, we always do a muralist reception and recognize those artists. And we do that inside Smart Financial Center one evening. And to have everyone come out from the community to recognize them.
Who are the muralists this year?
We have 4 muralists this year, and 2 are returning from last year, and then 2 are brand new. So we're super excited about that. And one of them, Santiago Perez, he was with us last year, and he's amazing. Very personable, engages with the audience while he's painting, which I don't know how he can do both, but he does it very well. So I would highly recommend people to come out and just come see them, even if anything else. I mean, you'll hear the music in the background and all that, but it's just the muralist piece. They're all 4 muralists are together painting at the same time. So it's
where do they usually do their murals? Is it around Sugarland or Houston or Fort Bend?
Yeah, I think most of them are within the Houston area. Yeah, and they're always looking for new work and jobs like that to paint murals throughout the city. And that's really something that it has exploded over the past few years too. There's really an appreciation for it. In fact, Smart Financial hired one of our muralists to paint entirely the backstage in Smart Financial Center so that when the artists are back there about to go on stage, whoever that is, there's this beautiful mural on the wall about Sugarland.
Yeah.
So, and they took one of our artists from the festival and hired them to do that. So that was great. They were able to get that job from it.
Yeah. Well, let's switch a little bit. So who's the lineup for this year in your music presentations?
Yeah, so this year we have on Saturday, we start out with a live soft jazz called Soiree, and they're coming at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And then our headliner on Saturday is at 1 p.m., and it's Too Much to Say, and they're a Dave Matthews cover band.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
I know, I'm super excited about that. They'll be great. They have a large following, so we're really excited to have them out this year. This is a new addition for us. And then Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, we have Vel Lewis. And Vel is a local resident, a very talented jazz musician. He actually used to perform with Dionne Warwick, and we're super excited to have him. He's going to be amazing. Really talented guy. He runs F2F Foundation, which also gives music scholarships back to kids in our community. So he's a great guy, and he's very talented. So we're really excited about that. So that's our Saturday lineup. And then in between those main bands, we actually host student groups from Fort Bend ISD and Lamar Consolidated ISD to come out and perform. And these are theater groups. We have a mariachi band coming that we're really excited about from Lamar Consolidated. We have the Full Shore High School Chamber Choir coming on Saturday afternoon. And then on Sunday, we start the day out at 11 a.m. with the Gary Michael Dahl Band. And it's also smooth jazz, R&B. And they used to be the house band for the Houston Texans. So they have quite a bit of history in our city.
Oh, they're amazing.
Really talented. Super excited about them.
So the festival is going to be on the 26th and 27th?
Right.
Yes. Both are from what time to what time?
Yeah. On Saturday the 26th, we start at 10 a.m. and we go until 5 p.m. And then on Sunday the 27th, we start at 10 a.m. and stop at 4 p.m.
Yeah. And this festival is going to be for everyone, the entire family. So kids can come, kids can have fun. There's a section for kids that I understand you have. That you're going to have for children's art activity.
Right. Yes. We do have a children's art activity area. We'll have a face painter over there, a balloon artist. We have a large murals there, and the kids can come and paint on the murals. And we'll also have a chalk art activity going on. And the city of Sugar Land's coming out, and they're going to be over in the children's area doing a really cool water display thing to teach kids about where does your water go when it goes down the drain, what happens to it. So it's a kind of a fun scientific thing that we've added.
They get to learn while they're having fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Stacy, where can we find tickets for the festival?
Yeah, tickets are on our website, sugarlandartsfest.com. And if you go on there, you'll see that right on the homepage, there's a link, a button right there to click on. And right now we're offering early bird tickets for only $10. That's just for a limited time only. And so our Arts Fest is a great deal. We have on-site parking for free. We do not charge for parking, and it's right there where you can easily park and walk in. So that's a big selling point of our festival. We love to promote that because it makes it so easy for people to come. And
that's pretty reasonable.
We feel like it is. We really do. Yeah.
Especially if you have a large family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And kids 12 and under are free.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So do you have any rules? I mean, can we bring our pets? Can we bring our chairs, umbrellas, that sort of thing?
Well, luckily we have so many chairs and tables and umbrellas on site, so that won't be necessary. So there's lots of seating in our festival, so people can hang out and listen to the music and have something to eat or drink. And we are no pets allowed. Unfortunately, there's just not facilities at the festival for dogs to relieve themselves, so we don't offer that.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, no beverages. We can't walk in with beverages or food, right?
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, because of TABC.
Yeah, yeah. And so, do you need more volunteers? Do you still need more volunteers?
We do need some more volunteers for Friday, our setup day, the day I was telling you about that we load in the artists.
Yeah,
And also on our website, sugarlandartsfest.com, there is right there on the homepage, there's a link that says volunteer, and then it takes you right to an online sign up genius for Friday, and all the jobs are broken down so you know exactly what you're going to be doing. But nothing's hard or difficult,
yeah,
and it's kind of fun. Like it's really like you see the whole community come out and help out. So it's a great, and we do it in the morning. We start early, so before it gets really warm or anything, and to do the hard work of
yeah,
moving all the artists in, and they love it. Artists are always so appreciative for people that can come help. You can come drive a golf cart and
yeah.
drop off art at one of the booths. It's just
And what
it's
happens if
fun.
the weather is not so great? Are you going to reschedule?
Yeah, so we hope and pray for great weather. And if for some reason it's really bad one day, then we'll become a 1 day festival. I mean, we'll just go to the other day. If the whole weekend's really bad, then we will postpone it to the fall.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, maybe you should have two festivals, one in the fall and one in the
I'll tell you, it takes almost a year to plan the one. It's a
fall.
lot. There's a lot to it. But yes,
Yeah,
maybe eventually we'll do
yeah. And
that.
Stacy, can we make donations for the kids' scholarships?
Yes, so there is a link on our website, and you can see also on our homepage of the website, there's a sponsorship link, and you can make a donation on there. You can also just, if you would like, we have VIP tickets. The VIP ticket sales really help go towards those scholarships. We sell, and then that also gets you VIP access to the festival, which means it includes your food. And we have then a catered meal in that VIP area.
Yeah,
So if somebody really wants to be really nice and generous, we love that. We, of course, appreciate anything we can do more for the youth in our community. So purchase a VIP ticket, and that helps so much.
yeah. So definitely get there with cool clothes on and nice walking shoes and just expect to have a great time.
Yeah, like come out, walk through the artist booths, watch the live demos of the artists, have a glass of wine, get some great food from one of our restaurants, and sit and listen to all the music. Yeah,
Can we
it's,
dance?
yes, you absolutely can. Yes, absolutely. There's actually a big area in front of the stage and the stage sits up in the middle of the plaza. It's raised up, so it's really a nice center point of the festival. So,
Great. So we can't complain.
no.
You get to have a lot of fun, dancing and art and music and food. And you have everything there. There's nothing that we can miss.
That's
So,
right. We've
yes.
tried. Yeah,
So
we've tried. We've tried to think of everything. So we
let's
feel
put it
like
on our calendars.
we host a great event. We really
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. Well, Stacy, thank you for joining me and for letting us know all about the fun that awaits us at the fourth annual Sugarland Arts and Music Fest. And of course, as always, thank you as well for joining me. Hope you have a great time at the festival.
Yeah,
And
Blanca, I appreciate it.
yeah, and please send me your comments and story ideas.